Hello, my name's Sheldon. Welcome back for another episode of Territory as Iran. In previous episode, we decided to fight against Oman a little bit. They backed down though, and then we had a fight against who was it again? Anyway, we conquered the state over here, and we reduced the amount of neighbors that we have a tiny bit. Yeah, that was technically speaking already a neighbor. So my mana there. Yeah, Liberty isn't actually not improving all that much. The relations are still pretty decent. They're very dependent. Okay, so they got probably the disloyal groups in the power right now, but that's fine. We'll eventually get some more stuff there. We are starting to slowly build up our fleet now. Well, at least hopefully today we'll get a little bit of work done on that. We might also get, well, we probably will get the dynamite today as well, so that's another step closer to getting oil. Right now, the GDP is, well, it's 26.6 million, so it's not too bad. How far are we from... Because Spain's got 30 million, so the difference is still 3.4 million. But we have at least made a 1 million difference to Dutch East Indies by now, so that's pretty decent. Of course, a decent chunk of that is probably just conquering more states, or adding more states to our glorious empire over here. That has helped. The litter rate is currently at 50%, which is mostly because we're conquering areas that have less litter rate now than what we have, so it takes a little while to sort of catch up. If we have a look at the... Actually, is that in here? Litter rate. Yeah, so a lot of these areas haven't exactly been very high litter rate, whereas our core territories over here are decent. Not necessarily the best, but there's some over here that aren't that great, and of course the areas that we conquered from Russia, unsurprisingly, aren't all that great either, just litter rate. But that's Russia for you, I suppose. Right, so the paper mill enterprise is going to be built in 14 weeks. That's hopefully going to reduce some of the maintenance costs for the universities that we have in here, plus some of the government administration. We do have a decent bit of demand for paper in here, so that's definitely going to be something that we need. Another thing that we might need to build is just get the railway built, actually. So now we did get the our first flotilla up here. It's slowly hiring. It's going to take a while before it's really operational, but that is then going to allow us, hopefully, to declare more interests. Maybe not yet. But if we start increasing the fleet size a little bit further, I'm sure that we can then declare another one. And it's also going to start providing us a tiny bit of prestige over time. Right now, not really, but later on, hopefully. Our infamy is slowly dropping, which is quite nice. We do have a bit of legitimacy problem right now, mind you. And we are still losing a lot of money when we're building 2 buildings at a time. That's alright. We're getting a tooling workshop in Mazandaran, as well as a logging camp in Elizabethpol, or Elizabethpol. Over there in, I suppose, is that as modern day... I keep forgetting, is that Armenia or Azerbaijan? No, that's Armenia, so that would be, I suppose that would be probably kind of split in there. But anyway, in the Caucasus anyway, of the... areas that we got from, as a parting gift from Russia, I suppose. Gift being a bit of a generous use of word there. And there we go, the paper mill in 5 weeks. We're not trying to pass any laws right now. Let's have a look. Is there anything that we could... We could try going for agrarians, but no, that's not really going to happen. We're not going to change the appointed burghers right now. We can't, well, we don't want to go back to the other one, and we do want to hold on to professional army. Now, I do wonder, is there better government available now? Not really. I think this is still going to be our best bet. I suppose partially because we are still monarchy and all that, and autocracy. It does complicate things a little bit. We did get the university at least built, so that's the 105 innovation. We could have still 125. Which, to be fair, since that tied mostly the litter rate, and the litter rate hasn't been increasing too much recently. I mean, it's trying to, but then we add in more population, which are illiterate for the most part, so it doesn't really help the average. So there we go. The paper mill is about to be done. Then we're getting the railway up here as well, which is going to start reducing the transportation costs, because there is a huge demand for it right now in here. So getting one railway in here should be fairly profitable. And there we go. That is now already... Oh. Right. More exiles. We do... Oh, right. There's still... Russia has a... Actually, how strong is Russian army right now? They've got a lot of it compared to us. We've got 91 battalions, which is not enough to fight any of the major nation. It's enough to, you know, be a regional power in here. And we've got strong allies, mind you. But I think... Suppose Chitral... Do we have a way for you? So that would be... Kabulistan. I could conquer that one. Would anyone join you? Not really. You don't have much of an army. They might even accept that, to be fair. And how much would it take for the state itself? That's 4.4. Oh, well, we can't claim the last state from them, I don't think. That's, perhaps that's part of China? Let's actually have a look at the interest in here. Yeah, there's Himalayas. So we're going to go for that one. Not yet, at least. But we could potentially clear out at least some of the area there. That would also give more of control of this particular state, which, you know, ooh, they got a lot of industry in there. They also have basically no peasants available, so, you know, there's that. Right, we're not going to declare it yet. We're going to let the infamy drop down a little bit further. We have managed to get the standard of living now to 10.2. It seems to have been a 10.3 at one point, but, you know, it's still an improvement. We've got 20 million in population, which means that we're actually number 11 worldwide. And we still need to urbanize Iran. We've got one state that has a level 10, but we need a lot more level 5 urbanized stuff, so that's going to take a while. That actually reminds me, in society, there is the... Actually, did we already get that? Oh yeah, joint stock companies, that increases the amount of urbanization level. Right, so we need to start building industries in other states than just the core areas, I suppose. Of course, we are going to eventually get some more. Tea plantations over here, they're probably... Yeah, there's not a huge amount for tea. Oh, it does help, but yeah, it's not a huge amount. Okay, so Tabriz, we could... we already got level 4 over here. Once we get the railway built, that's possibly going to get us to... Actually, how much are we at right now? Where can we see that again? Oh, we're at 416. I think the railway is going to be like 20. And we need to have like 450 right now, I think, to get to level 5. So that's going to take a little bit more than that. We could, I guess, get another iron mine in here. Might not be a terrible idea. Just to reduce the iron price a bit further, because we've got 3 construction sectors in here. Another one, of course, would be just build more logging camps. Maybe one of each. There's going to be a bit more construction then. But they will be built fairly quickly. We can afford losing a bit more money if need be. Private sector is building a sulfur mine in Turkmenia. So that's hopefully going to help with some of the sulfur prices. Although it's not really that bad yet. We're getting an opium plantation and another iron mine actually. That one in Khorasan. We'll get some fishing walls, plantations. There's a lot of resource production that they're building. So I suspect that a lot of the industries might then be up to us. Now, we are still... Well, we definitely could use a bit more fertilizer. That's for sure. We could also use a lot more furniture. Which, let's actually have a look. Expand furniture manufactory, so... I suppose our capital would be quite good earnings. I'm actually thinking of... oh, right, we can see the levels in here, can we? Or is that just things being built? Oh, no, they've got 2 levels in there. Okay. So, something like Isfahan could be kind of useful. Actually, if we go for the productivity, we can probably go and figure out the best one. So our capital would still be the best one. But the problem is that they might not have the workers for that, do they? They got a little bit of workers there. I suspect there's probably a lot of migration happening in here. Not so much, but their population growth is pretty decent. We've got maxed out logging camps already in here, so I don't know if I want to go too far. Actually, let's have a look at the wood price locally. I suppose that determines a lot. Oh no, there's a massive demand for wood. Never mind. Right, so Isfahan, do they have a good price for... Okay, they've got a little bit of demand over here as well. Could get another logging camp up here. That's one of the things that we just need to basically build a whole lot of logging camps to reduce the construction cost a little bit. Plus, you know, provide some cheaper labor, or rather cheaper materials for a lot of the construction. And then hopefully that will make the things a little bit cheaper to... utilize. I suppose another one... Oh, right, yeah, we could have a lot more logging camps in Mazandaran. Could get maybe another furniture manufacturer over here as well. So we are going to be losing a lot of money while we're doing these constructions, but the things in Tabriz are built fairly quickly. The railway is almost done there. We just got the logging camp in there, and then the iron mine will start to... And then we'll start the logging camp in Isfahan, which should be... Oh, right, your logging camps get a boost on the construction as well. So we don't necessarily need to move the road maintenance edict down there yet. Oh yeah, it's done in 7 weeks now. It's going to be done before the iron mine is. And then once the iron mine is done, we'll move the edict to Mazandaran. We might build a few more other things in Mazandaran as well. They've got plenty of peasants to spare. Tooling workshop seems like it might be profitable in there. What else could we use in here? I mean, honestly, well, we do have 2 construction sectors, so getting another iron mine could be useful. Getting a coal mine could also be kind of useful. Because there is a lot of mining in here, so getting that coal to then make productions a bit cheaper will probably help. It looks like the companies... Oh, landowners are no longer powerful. Oh, there we go. That begs the question, then, if we were to change the government... no, there's not really better options quite yet. Oh, 4 months for dynamite. There we go. Almost there. Oh, there we go. Mazandara is getting now the logging camp already. Wait, that's getting a logging camp? Oh, it's a private sector's building one. Okay, that's fine. There's also a whole lot of things. There's a steel mill being built in Isfahan, which I suppose if there is a huge demand for steel in our market, there's a little bit. It's not like a massive demand, but there's a little bit. Let's have a look at the trade routes. We've got a couple of trades that we might not need anymore. For example, that one. Oh, we must have inherited a lot of trade routes from the nation that we just conquered. I'm going to remove those. That's going to actually give us a bit more... Well, maybe not that much more productivity. We can probably stop this route as well. There we go. We've got 80 already. So we do still have... actually, no. Oh, no, as the Russians have no market access over here, of course. But they're kind of starving in there. Well, you know. That's their problem. I guess we probably could have tried to take that in the war as well. But, you know, it doesn't really matter that much for me. There we go, 27.4 million in GDP. Of course, these Spanish are now 31 million, so they are kind of taking a bit of a head start compared to us. There we go, we've got the iron mine built. Let's move the road maintenance in Mazandaran. Do we have level... What level urban I said? Okay, we've got level 3 urban center there. We've got level 4 still in Tabriz, so that's still going to require a little bit more work. There's not too much at this point. So Mazandaran, food industry could... Well, I don't know, that's not necessarily going to be that profitable in there. The tooling workshop could be useful. Are they... Yeah, they're fully hired. So yeah, that could be good. We are getting a bit of more resource production here. Another opium plantation could also be kind of helpful. So put a few more things in there. We are still losing a bit of money, although the construction cost has reduced. Actually, have a look. So it's about 58,000 now. Okay, now 60.4, so it's still pretty expensive, but we are reducing the cost of construction a little bit further. War profiteering. No, we're gonna keep doing that. Oh, we're looking at fully employed already. So that is definitely cutting into the construction cost at least a little bit, which is very good news for us. I believe we should still use wood for a lot of other things here as well, which is always nice. So how's Turkmenia doing? They have a decent bit of peasants in there. We could get another wheat farm or something. Oh, we've got the fertilizer plant in here. We do have an explosive factory as well, actually. That does require... So it requires some paper. Okay, we could get a logging camp in here. Again, another building that we can build very quickly with the company that we have. Another thing, of course, would be just building more opium plantations. Actually, let's have a look. So we did inherit some of that. So what is our total production at this point for opium? 1,700? Okay, well, that's actually not the entire. We've got some trade routes going on, interestingly enough. But yeah, we do have 1,600, almost 1,700 in production. So we've got a pretty good distance to the number 3 producer. But catching up to British Raj is going to be very tricky. It's not going to be impossible, but it is going to require a lot more production. And for that, I think we just need to go ahead and start building some more opium plantations in places. They should be built fairly quickly, mind you, with the company already in place. So it's a few weeks for dynamite. I started to run a little bit low on influence, mind you. Ah, right, our ruler is not helping that situation at all. And of course, the landowners are not giving us as much of a bonus, so we're losing a bit of prestige because of that. It's not like a massive reduction, mind you, but of course, it is going to hinder us. So with the dynamite, we can then start producing more explosives. We can start using explosives in mining, which means that especially things like iron prices will start dropping drastically. We might not want to do all mines immediately. We'll probably start with like a few things and then start increasing just to make sure that the explosive production can hold up to the demand, or keep up with the demand rather. So we've got 5 buildings being built by the government and 6 by the... Oh, there's another steel mill. Okay, so they are building a lot of steel mills, some opium plantations, sulfur mines, and even a vineyard actually. I don't know if that one is going to be very profitable, but sure. And there's the dynamite, so let's go ahead and have a look at the productions in here. The urban centers, we could start using gas street lighting a bit further. That's actually going to increase the infrastructure availability. Some of it might not be very profitable, but we'll do it anyway. And then I suppose we'll start with the iron mines with some dynamite. That's going to be a whole lot of explosives, mind you. But we'll do it. And then, where's the explosive factory? That's probably going to be further up here, isn't it? Oh, right, we can go for explosive shells as well for extra ammunition. And then explosive factory will increase the production at least a little bit further. We'll probably need to increase... Oh, actually, paper bleaching, we could do that one. I forgot about that one. Oh, that's going to fix a lot of the costs right now. So I'm guessing the explosive factory over here is suddenly going to be a lot more profitable. And thus going to be producing a lot more explosives. So we've got a deficit of about 240 right now in the market. I'm sure that that's going to start to... Oh yeah, that's less than 200 now. And once this starts producing more and more... We don't have too many explosive factories though. I think this should be producing up to 110 per level. Plus I suppose there's going to be throughput bonus of 1% in there, I think, once this is fully running. I'm guessing we are going to be reaching... Oh, egalitarianism unlocked. There we go. So even though we're constructing at full speed now on the government and the private sectors, we are still making money, which is quite nice. Despite the very high... Oh, right. Man of war shortage in Iranian market. We do have the... Hold on a minute. Where do we have the military shipyard? Over here. It's not really making a lot of profit in here, mind you. I suppose there's not that high demand for it, so they don't really start the production properly. Oh, nationalism is spreading. That's going to be very nice. And the coal mine in Mazandara is about to be completed. There we go. We've still got about 600,000 in the cash reserves as well. Alright, so we've got the constructions built. We've got now the opium plantation logging camp. So all of these are going to be built fairly quickly. I think one of the things that we could do... Where was the explosive... So we've got an explosive factory over here. It's not fully active yet. I'm guessing what we could do is... Oh, it's going to be quite profitable. Get another one in there. Keep the construction going. So yeah, the Man of War's input is started right now. I suppose after that we could go ahead and get ourselves a little bit more fleet. Do we have available labor? So far as we could probably put in like 2 naval bases. We've got 1 in Hormuz already. There's not a huge amount of labor there available. Not a lot in there. Balochistan's got a tiny bit. So maybe we could... Nah, I think we're just going to put 1 more in Hormuz. And then we'll go ahead and build 1 capital ship in Fars. So that's going to start expanding our navy a decent bit. Which, to be fair, we still don't have an extra interest from that. But I think once we got those 5 flotillas active, then we should be able to get another one. We don't really get much from our... Actually, navy private protection is basically 0 right now. So yeah, that doesn't really help us. But there we go. There's a few more opium plantations about to be built. And the steel mill in Isfahan is underway quite nicely as well. Very good. But it will take a little while for get all of these to be built. And the construction cost has gone down, especially since we reduced the iron production. Or, yeah, we reduced the iron price a little bit with the explosives, I suppose. Speaking of which, explosive factory is now being built pretty much full speed. Not quite full speed, but pretty close to it. And the opium plantations, yeah, that's just going very, very quickly. That's very good. Right, actually, how we're looking on the market now. So... Man of Wars are in huge demand. Well, relatively huge demand. Of course, coffee is in very high demand. Explosives are very high demand. There's still a deficit of about 100. So we can't really start increasing that, like going for more coal production, for example, which we have a little bit deficit, but it's not too bad. The increase in price isn't that massive. We've still got a massive amount of liquor, though, which I suppose what we could do is we could try to export that somewhere. Like to the British market. Make our grocery or food industries a bit more profitable. An explosive factory in Kerman is underway. We're now starting to get the naval bases as well. Alright, so we don't build anything in Mazandaran right now. I'm going to cancel the road maintenance there. So Kerman is going to get the road maintenance now to just speed up the process there. Oh, do we actually... Oh. Right, we got extra authority. I'm actually thinking if we were to... no, that might not be profitable enough. I'm going to put the luxury furniture tax in there. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of these taxes that are quite profitable. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I will... Actually, maybe not yet. I could probably drop the taxes, though. It's going to cost us a bit more money. We can always sell a few more of the buildings that we just built recently. Like the coal mines, we can probably sell those. The cotton plantations, we can sell. Furniture manufacturers, we can sell. Iron mines, we can probably sell. The lead mines, we can sell. Logging camps, we can sell. Military shipyard will hold on to. Motor industry will probably hold on to. Opium plantations, the ones that we do have, will hold on to. The tea plantations we can probably sell. The wheat farms we can sell. So that's going to give us a decent bit of cash reserves to go on, and that's a reduction in taxes is going to increase our legitimacy. So we will make sure to get more loyalists. I suspect that the amount of radicals will start going down as well because the standard of living will start increasing. It's already 10.4. I'm hoping to get that quite a bit higher than that, mind you. But it's a good start, I would say. Now, can we actually get any better government in here? Not really, and I don't think there's much of a difference in laws that we could change in here. No. Okay, so we are kind of stuck in terms of laws, but that's fine. We've got a decent selection of laws, not necessarily ideal, but it's good enough for now. Ooh, steel mill in Isfahan is now level 2 and fully employed as well. That's pretty good, and it's got fairly good productivity as well. Although that is currently dropping because of, you know, the extra in production has started appearing in there. Right, sulfur mine is, yeah, got another sulfur mine in there. Standard living in Uralsk over here is improving, oddly enough. I mean, they don't really do a lot of work here. Could maybe get a logging camp there. There's a lot of people seeking jobs there for sure. Right, so we're getting the explosive factory. We're also getting the naval bases already. Is that actually having an impact on... No, it's not really having an impact on our prestige yet. But what about the amount of interest that we could... Nope, not on that either. Okay, so my mana is at least lowering... Yeah, the Liberty is dropping down quickly. Bahrain is also slowly dropping. Not as quickly, mind you, but it is dropping. Oh, Omani religious revolt is... Okay. France is improving relations. Oh, right, I forgot France went into theocracy, didn't they? Yeah, Catholic theocracy. And I suppose now that there's going to be hopefully a bit more demand for the military or man of wars, that should then increase the profitability of this. And thus the production will hopefully start improving. I mean, right now, it's got a little bit weakly balanced, and there is a very high demand. Well, I say very high demand. There is some demand for the man of wars already. I'm sure that that is hopefully helping. Although they do have a bit of high demand for hardwood over here, which we don't really produce locally there. That's unfortunate, but understandable. Ah, there we go. We're almost at 52% literary rate again. The innovation max is now 127. We're still 17 months away from the steam donkey, and after that we'll get the pump tracks. But that's going to unlock a lot of good things for us. Right, so currently the nationalism is spreading. It's going to give us more authority. And there's going to be mostly on this half of the... There's the organized sports, labor movement, and realism that might start spreading after that. In military, we have gotten the tier 2 completed. The electric telegraph is still going to take a while. And in production, it's currently the shift work that is going to be increasing. That's going to increase the economy of scale building level cap by 20 points. That's going to be pretty good. The steam donkey is still going to take a while, but that's then going to allow us to reduce the labor use in some buildings. Ooh, there we go. 10.7 standard living, and that's a pretty good increase. And we're almost at 30 million in GDP as well. Right, so how's the explosives shortage? I think we still got that shortage about 100 or so. It's 88 right now. So once we get that explosive factory in Kerman built, which I believe we don't have any boost there, do we? No. Well, we've got the road maintenance, but that doesn't increase its throughput. So we could probably go ahead and enable privatization over there to get the extra throughput bonus in there. That's going to increase the amount of explosives available. Oh, right, and we don't have enough construction going on right now. We do still need more fertilizers. I suppose Kerman could also get a fertilizer plant upgrade there. Since we've got the road maintenance there anyway, that should help a little bit. And do we now have the... No, we don't have any extra interest yet. We don't really get points from Navy either. Not yet, at least. But the fertilizer plant... Oh, right, we've got a massive shortage of workforce in here. Right, I forgot about that. I'm going to go ahead and get the dynamite up here in the sulfur mine. That's going to increase the engineer employment a little bit further. Same with the coal mine. So that is actually going to require even more workforce in here, which is... short term, it's going to be a horrible plan. I think in long term, it's going to then increase the wages there a little bit, which means that more people are willing to move in there. Plus, you know, the people are getting paid better in there, so it should be mostly fine. Ooh, still in northern Balochistan, so it would be down here. That is about to be done. Well, I suppose they've got a coal mine there, so it can help, but it's not really an ideal location for it, let's be honest. Right, the navy size is still kind of ridiculously low. There is still not that much demand for it, I suppose. Bio is 0.28. So I'm guessing maybe soon enough there will actually be some demand so they can start producing up here. I could potentially just, you know, subsidize this. That would cost us a little bit, but that would give us a lot of very cheap... Actually, how much are they going to be producing? 35. That's going to be more than plenty for a long, long while. Because eventually we do want to switch to... you know, a bit more advanced ships, let us say. There's a lot more logging camps being built by the private sector. Some more railways as well, actually, and another motor industry, steel mills, tooling workshops, art academy even. Because they're doing a lot of work at least. Oh, right, and we are lacking in construction again. So I think I'm looking on institutions. There's a social security that we could increase, but that's going to be taking 200 points. Of course, I could just increase the bureaucracy a little bit further. Okay, that one, that's going to become a level 5 urban center then. But the idea is that we can maybe start incorporating the Ashtunisan. There's 115 points in there. Might not be quite enough. I suspect that's going to get us pretty close at least. And now we don't have any infamy. So we could potentially go ahead and do another war up here. But I think we're going to hold off on that until the next episode. Because, well, we're not ending quite yet. We're not that far off. So it's going to be a nice start over there. So actually, how's Kunduz over here? What is your... Okay, you've got a defensive pact with Bukhara. Okay, so that might be a way to start fighting Bukhara as well. Getting a little more areas from there. Also, how we're looking on the subjects right now. So we're not able to... Yeah, so Bahrain is losing Libre Desire, slowly. But not quickly enough, I'm afraid. I do actually wonder. So right now, I think Hormuz is the only one that we know that we could build oil rigs in. That's the 36 in there. There's going to be a whole lot of states in here that will be able to do that later on. Oh, no German Federation started a war against France and Scandinavia again to unify Germany. Okay, among other nations, I suppose. But yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a turmoil in there, which might technically speaking mean that there's going to be more demand for weapons in the market. I don't know if we are going to be selling to anyone in there, mind you. Speaking of which, okay, so we don't need that one anymore. We're making a pretty good money from these straight routes, mind you. Let's see, is there anything else that... Let's actually have a look at the highlights. So, export. Fabric, there's quite a bit of extra. Could also try to sell things like tea. No, that's not going to be good enough. Liquor. There's not a huge demand for most of these. Like, we could export a tiny bit. We don't have a huge amount of convoys, mind you. That's probably a big reason. That's actually something that I might want to fix. Let's go for Hormuz. We don't have a huge amount of peasants in here, but we've got enough to get another port level there. Oh, do we have another revolt? Oh yeah, Bahrain's got a revolt. Alright then. Well, we'll just go ahead and activate a small army over here. Mobilize and go to the front line. Shouldn't be too bad of a front line, I hope. We'll defeat our enemies. And is this one set to be advancing the front? No, but it should probably be. Oh, well, there we go. We hit 30 million. We have actually overtaken Spain. Barely, but we have. And the next one is going to be USA. We're already about 40 million. So that's going to take a little bit more work to surpass them. But we've got a fairly decent construction speed. We've still got a massive investment pool, mind you. You know what? Actually, what we could do, if we just keep it to 2 buildings at a time, mostly, we could increase the construction speed even further. Now, the question is, where is it going to be the most viable option? I suppose, technically speaking, over here wouldn't be too bad. There's still plenty of peasants. There is a good amount of logging camp that we can build in here, as well as more iron mines could be built. So build that there. We'll go ahead and build that slightly faster. We'll probably get the fertilizer plant built first, though. And this revolt, it's going to happen soon enough. But we should be able to deal with that with just that one army without any issues, so that should be fine. The government administration at Brez is almost complete as well. It's just going to be a matter of, well, it's going to be slightly after the fertilizer plant. The construction section in Mazandaran will be done soon, so that's going to speed up the construction over here even without the decree, which would be ideal, mind you. As right now, it's improving it by 0.9%, which, it's something. It's definitely something, but it could definitely be higher. So I'm guessing it's probably going to get us to like 1.4% then boost. Which, technically speaking, with the mountains in there, it is still reduced, but you know, it's slightly better. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, output and logging industry throughput there plus 10%. That's actually pretty good. So now we're getting the port as well as the construction sector. We might want to build some more. Oh, right, we did get the extra bureaucracy. Very good, very good. Not quite enough to start incorporating a state over here, though. Yeah, there's 115 that we needed. It could be that the one in here is not fully active yet, though. No, it is pretty much fully active. So never mind. What else do we need? We still need the ships. But again, there's not enough demand for them to really produce it. Fertilizer plant, we did get another one recently. but it may not have had the effect yet. More tools would be useful, so let's go for something like Isfahan, for example, where we got the steel mills and all that. We can get a level 5 tuning workshop in here. But with that, I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you have it already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.